This week at TPC Sawgrass, 120 players are chasing the Players' Championship, but only a handful arrive with real pressure on their shoulders. Some are young stars trying to prove they belong, some are former contenders trying to prove they still do, and one player is trying to prove he's still the best in the world. From rising talents to wounded veterans, here are 10 PGA Tour players with the most to prove at the Players and what the numbers really say about their form. We start with the "Are you going to be that guy?" tier. At number 10 is Michael Thorbjornsen. The 24-year-old nearly broke through with a T3 at the WM Phoenix Open, his fifth top 4 finish in just 22 professional starts worldwide, but then cooled off with finishes of T78, a missed cut, and T33. Thorbjornsen looks like the modern PGA Tour prototype, powerful off the tee and statistically solid across the bag. Like Ludvig Åberg before him, he finished number 1 on PGA Tour U coming out of college. The talent is obvious. Now he needs the breakthrough moment. At number 9 is Johnny Kiefer. Kiefer closed 2025 with a T7 at the RSM Classic and entered 2026 looking like another breakout candidate. Instead, his early season results read T61, T27, T43, T41, and a missed cut. The underlying numbers tell a clearer story. His tee to green play has been excellent, but his putting has been well below tour average. If the putter heats up even briefly at Sawgrass, his entire season could flip in a single week. Next comes the comeback tier, familiar names trying to rediscover their peak form. At number 8 is Keegan Bradley. Last year, he became the youngest U.S. Ryder Cup captain in nearly 50 years, but the pressure surrounding that role weighed heavily on him. Bradley later called the period one of the darkest stretches of his career, even grading his own 2025 season an F. His 2026 start hasn't helped the narrative, with results of missed cut, T43, T29, missed cut, and another missed cut. For a former top 10 player who built his career on competitive edge, Sawgrass offers a chance to reset the storyline. At number 7 is Tony Finau. Finau ended 2024 in strong form with 8 top 20 finishes in his last 10 starts at a President's Cup appearance, but a lingering knee injury disrupted his rhythm, and he opened 2026 with back-to-back missed cuts. His iron play, usually the strongest part of his game, dipped noticeably. Recently, though, there have been signs of recovery, including a T11 at Torrey Pines and another top 20 at Pebble Beach. For a player of Finau's caliber, it's been more than a year since his last top 10 finish, and one strong week could quickly change that narrative.
Launching a 9-iron from 206 yards.
Next comes Max Homa. The 6-time PGA Tour winner finally recorded his first top 20 finish of the season with a T13 at the Cognizant Classic. Homa has reunited with coach Mark Blackburn and has been open about the struggles in his ball striking, saying he's still working through what he calls scar tissue from hitting it bad. Yet he insists his swing is improving and the ball is coming off the club well again. Historically, Homa tends to play at his best when the pressure increases, which makes Sawgrass an interesting test. Now we move to golf's elite tier, players expected to contend whenever the stage is big. At number 5 is Brooks Koepka. His T9 at the Cognizant Classic marked his best result of the season so far, driven by improved iron play and better putting after switching to a spider putter. Koepka owns 5 major championships and one of the strongest big event resumes of his generation. The question now is whether that same edge still shows up under pressure at Sawgrass.
Take it a little past, a little left.
At number 4 is Jordan Spieth. Spieth has quietly gained strokes on the field in 19 of his last 21 starts, including recent finishes of T12 and T11. The putter, long his greatest weapon, appears to be heating up again. The concern remains accuracy off the tee, which is critical at TPC Sawgrass, where small mistakes can quickly turn into big numbers. Next is Viktor Hovland. Despite talk of a slump, his statistics remain extremely strong. Since winning the Valspar Championship last year, Hovland has played above tour average in 18 of his last 21 starts, with 14 top 25 finishes and elite iron play almost every week. The issue is the driver. Hovland has admitted that once the driver comes out, things can quickly go wrong, and Sawgrass is not forgiving from the tee.
He's fighting it.
Second is Xander Schauffele. After winning 2 majors in 2024, Schauffele looked like the clear challenger to Scottie Scheffler. The 2025 brought inconsistency, including missing the Tour Championship. He did win last fall and posted a top 10 at Riviera, yet his first missed cut in nearly 4 years at Torrey Pines showed how thin the margin has become. The players could show whether Schauffele still sits firmly among golf's very best. Finally, there's Scottie Scheffler. The world #1 still looks dominant overall, with 3 top 4 finishes in his last 5 starts, including a recent win. But something unusual has appeared in the numbers. For the first time in over a year, he finished outside the top 10 in back-to-back events, a T12 followed by a T24, and his once dominant approach play has slipped. After leading the Tour in strokes gained approach for 3 straight seasons, Scheffler currently ranks just 88th in that statistic early in 2026. The sky isn't falling, and he remains elite in several categories, but the Players' Championship might reveal whether this is simply a temporary dip or the first sign the rest of the PGA Tour is starting to close the gap.